Hello and welcome to my website. Right off the bat, communication was important for me. I wanted people to be able to easily contact me, so I put my email up here and linked in my email over here for streamlined communication. Moving on from there is my pages. So right at the top, we're currently on the home page, and then you can go to the next page and click more for the other 4 pages. This is a generic picture that came with the theme that I chose. I liked it, so I didn't change it throughout the website. Scrolling down is the bottom half of my homepage. Up here is a podcast in which I sort of walk my viewers through the website so they know what they can expect within the website. Moving down from there, I decided to add a picture of myself so that people right off the bat could pair a face with my website. Right next to my picture, I decided to incorporate the purpose of my website. Incorporating the purpose was something that I thought viewers would appreciate. The overall purpose of my website is to serve as a resource for students and family. My website is geared towards being used in my future classroom. Currently, I teach in a pre-K classroom, and I'm also enrolled in my master's program at SAGE in my dual certification for special ed and childhood eds grades 1 through 6. You'll see through my website portions geared more towards special education and then other portions geared more towards general education. This is geared towards my future classroom, not my current classroom, because it's more geared towards students in grades 1 through 6 versus pre-K. Moving on from there, I decided to add this quote: "If a child cannot learn in the way we teach, we must teach in a way that the child can learn." I thought this quote really kind of summed up inclusion efforts, which is a big thing to me. So moving on to the next page, I have my audio boom up here, linked with a photo and an introduction about myself. Moving on from there, I address who I am personally and who I am professionally. I know that these are pretty long, so I decided to bold what it was most important to me and what I wanted my readers to definitely take away. I also decided to add a collage that sort of highlighted who I am personally so that my students and families could get to know me. Next, we'll go to learning links. Within learning links, I decided to highlight some websites that I think would be really great for kids. Again, I decided to bold what I wanted my readers to take away. I also sort of gave a disclosure up here to families, asking them to guide and monitor their children to make sure they're exercising cyber safety. I also added this clip art right here for students, just sort of as a reminder, because I think kids would be more likely to look at a picture than read this paragraph up here that says, "Be smart on the internet." At the bottom of my learning links page, I intend to feature a website of the week. The website of the week will change weekly, geared towards what our focus topic is. In this sample website of the week, I said we were focusing on different ecosystems such as the rainforest. So I provided a link right here towards an interactive website about the rainforest. And then I actually did a screencast down here that showcased how to navigate through the website. Moving on to the classroom. I think that if I had to pick my favorite page, it would be this classroom page. I really liked how it ended up, and I liked the content that was presented on it. I began by outlining my teaching philosophy and added a visual. I talked within my philosophy about engaging different learning types through technology and other sources within my classroom, which is why this image is posted here. Moving on from there, I linked in my social media statement as a PDF, and I asked my viewers to take the time to read it because I thought it was very important. Moving on from there, I decided to highlight some ways in which I plan to use technology within the classroom. After that, I outlined our classroom expectations, creating a screencast and what my students can expect from me and what I expect from them. I decided to add the gotcha system to the bottom of my classroom because it's important to incorporate positive behavior plans within your class. So I decided to highlight this gotcha system, which is a token economy that the kids will get slips for engaging in positive classroom behaviors, and then they can cash them in. Going up to family resources. Within family resources, at the top is how parents can get involved. I decided that this would change monthly, and I outlined what the parent involvement would be, the day that the involvement would happen, and the sign-up date for it. Moving on from there, I decided to put the school calendar in. I tried to prioritize this in a way that parents would be most likely to look at it. After that, I decided to gear this section towards a parent's roadmap in navigating the special education system. This is something that a lot of parents struggle with, and I think providing a Symbaloo that provided a lot of great resources to families would be something that I could easily refer them to within my website that they could really use. Moving on from there, I outlined the procedural safeguards that parents have as rights within the special education system. This is something that needs to be provided to all parents with students who have disabilities. I also decided to outline some generic homework policies that could be changed dependent on my classroom. This is a section on communication policies. I think it's really important to outline the communication policies. I mentioned how I plan to use Remind within my classroom, and I added my screencast tutorial of Remind for parents' accessibility. Moving on from there is my final page titled Student Resources. Within this webpage, I first highlighted digital citizenship. I think this is really important for my students to learn right off the bat. This is where I decided to add in my topic exploration of the digital citizenship. My topic was geared towards creating a positive digital footprint and ways in which children can start doing that at a young age. After that, I linked in another Symbaloo for my students and another link about cyber safety and cybersecurity. From there, I highlighted some commonly used technology tools and provided tutorials. After that, I created a social emotional section in which I highlighted some different social stories and stuff like that. This is an area that I really hope to further develop within my website and actually eventually make my own social emotional page for my students. I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough of my website, and I look forward to talking with you guys more about it. Thank you.